Hi guys, Linda here again with you from Gumnut Lane Jewellery. This week I thought we'd work on another connector link, so that everybody seems to enjoy them, so that you can have a few more ideas for your chains and whatever to make it look a little bit different. So this is what I've come up with. It's not my design, this is a wire weaving design, but I thought it looked lovely in a chain link, so I thought I would show you guys how to do that. So if you'd like to learn how to make this particular connector chain link, then just stay with me. I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, let's get started. So I've got my 18 gauge wire here. I'm just going to measure off about 6.5 centimeters, which is 6.5 centimeters. Where is it? There. 2.5 inches roughly. Right there. So 2.5 inches, 6.5 centimeters. I'm going to measure that again. Just grab my cutters. Cut that. Okay, we're also going to need some 24 gauge wire. Now you can use 22 gauge with this if you like, which will give you a obviously a bulkier look. That's the only word I can think of is bulky, but just be mindful that it's not as malleable as your 24, so it's going to take a bit more work. And for this, I'm going to cut off about that much. I'll just measure that for you quickly. This is just rough. You know, I might have cut off a little bit more than I need here, but I'd rather have more than not enough. So that measures, come here. It's flipping around on me. 26 centimeters, which is 26 there, just a little over 10 inches, so 10 2/8. All right, and then we need another piece, the same length. Okay. All right. We're just going to turn an end on this just to make it easier for us to hold on to. So I'm just turning that into a loop all the way around till it's touching, and then just bend that back. Oh, that's a terrible loop, Linda. Goodness gracious. Make that look a little bit nicer. Just bend that back a bit. Little diff starters, I will fix that a little bit later. All right, where did my other bit of wire go? There it is, it's in my lap. All right, so we're just going to place this on our wire, on our 18 gauge wire, and we've got the 224 side by side. Now it doesn't matter where you start here because we can move it up, so it's wherever it's easiest for you to hold on to. So you've got this here. If you're starting up the top here, you don't have as much to hold on to, so I tend to come down just a little bit like this. And I want to get that straight as I can on there. And I'm just going to bend that wire around, and just grab my pliers and just give that a little squish, and then bring this other wire around and up behind it. And you're trying to keep these two wires side by side, so these ones and these ones side by side. All right, I've got that one coming down here. that up there a little bit more. Okay, sorry there. I had to stop for a second and have a think about how to do this. So I started off on this side here. I'm turning it over. This is what I would need here. I just had a total blank then and I couldn't think. So I've got that going there like that. So we're taking these wires here now from the bottom, these bottom wires. And we're just going to bring those around, keeping them side by side. Now that's probably the most difficult part of this, is keeping them side by side. And you want to bring it up next to that wire that's already there. Those two wires here, these ones. And then bend this over and bring it down. And give that a smoosh. Then we're going to take the top ones, bring them around. Now I like mine pretty close to the wire. You can, you know, take your curves out higher like if you want to. Just I'll show you some examples in a bit when we've done this. But I like mine in nice and tight. So bring that one up and around. Now this is not my design. This weave has been around for I don't know how long, but a long while. But I thought I would just, it's normally used to make a frame around a cabochon. But I thought I would use it to make this connector link. So now I'm bringing the other one around and I'm coming up next to that wire there and taking that over and then giving that a pinch. Then bringing these ones around, keeping them side by side as best you can. Now if it gets a little bit out of whack, you can go in and just give it a little straighten up. As mine has done here. Trying to get this in as close as I can. Okay, bring those ones up. Give it a smoosh. Bring these ones down. I'm trying to keep them as even as you can, so just stop every now and have a look. Move those ones out of the way. It's a little bit too much there. Now if you find them starting to spread out a little bit too much, like mine aren't, so I can't really show you, but if you find them starting to spread out a little bit more, you can just grab your I'd use my fine nose, bent nose pliers, but you can come in and just grab like from there and just give those a squish and push them up a little bit to help you out. I'm home alone again this week. Well, 9 days actually. Loving it. Dave just left yesterday morning. I dropped him off at the train station so he could go into the airport and leave, go up to Grafton again, which is on the north coast of our state. Yeah, I just love it when he goes away. That might sound terrible, but I just, I mean, I love it when he's here too. That's just, I said that all wrong. It's like a holiday for me when he goes away. My house stays clean and tidy. I don't have to pick up after him because he's really lazy. Yeah, I can eat what I want to eat and watch what I want to watch on TV and just, yeah, please myself. So it's like a staycation for me. Okay, we're almost there, getting down the bottom. Normally I would stop this and carry on and finish it, but it's not going to be a long video anyway, so I'll just show you the whole thing. I'm just going to turn my heater off here. I'm getting a little bit hot. It's coming into winter down here. 1st of June is the first day of winter, and it's starting to get quite chilly, especially in the mornings. Okay, giving that a pinch again. Now you can make these as long as you want. I said the 6.5 centimeters. You could stop there if you just wanted a short. Well, leave. Obviously, you have to cut off some, leave enough to turn a loop at the end there. But if you just wanted a little short link, you could stop there. So just you make up your mind yourself how you want it to look. You know what sort of chain or whatever you're going to incorporate this into. And I also wanted to let you know that I'm doing a live stream this week. Actually, today's Sunday here. I'm just trying to work out a day. I mean, it doesn't really matter because, as I said, Dave's not here. But just a day that I don't know what I want to say. I'll work out a day, and I'll post a thumbnail on YouTube. So if you just want to keep your eye out for that, for what date that I'm going to do it, and if you feel like joining me, come along for a demonstration and a bit of a catch up and a chat. The last one I had, everybody really enjoyed it, and asked me to do another one. So I think that might be where I stop there. Yeah, that's long enough. Okay, so these two wires that I just pinched, I'm going to bring those around and bring them around next to each other. Just turn that over. Why won't you lay down flat? Always something's got to happen on camera. It just drives me nuts. I can sit here and do this stuff all day long and not have a problem. As soon as I turn that camera on, get in as close as you can there to cut those off. So if you're making it as long as I do, that's how much wire's left over. You can use those other little bits for different little things. I got myself a new pair of pliers too, the Xuron's little snub nose pliers, and I'm really liking them. I've been looking at them for a while, but I couldn't see how they might be any better than using my normal fine nose, flat nose. But these actually work quite well. I've only been using them for this morning because I only got them yesterday afternoon. Oh, I can't get this to go around the way I want it to go around. Come on. Oh, and I'm not even on camera there. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to lean in so that I'm keeping it on camera and I was more off camera. All right, and then these two, just bring them down past the other ones like that. So it's a nice little neat duty. And I'll take that one around one more time, just to make sure he's wrapped on nice and tight. Okay, so all that's left to do is make a loop at the top here. Which way is that one going? That way. It doesn't really matter anyway, you can always twist it. And this one's going to be a whole lot bigger, so I'm just going to cut some of that off. Turn my loop in. Straighten him up. Okay, I think they're pretty even. And the last thing we need to do for this is just grab hammer and block and rubber hammer. And we're just going to give that a good pounding. Make sure you're doing your loops on the ends. Give them a really good pounding. And do the other side. Okay, and we've got a really nice strong link there now. That's not going to bend anywhere. And I think it's very pretty, and once it's patinaed and everything, which I will show you now. As I said, you can make them shorter if you just want little short ones in it, if you're making a chain or something like that. But you could even use something like this. What I use it, see, I'm not a delicate jewelry type person, but you could use it as a what's the name for a bracelet? Just put a chain on it. Yeah, that's sort of not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people like, you know, minimalist, very fine jewelry. Yeah, you could, just trying to think what else you could do. If you were using it as a bracelet, you could probably hang some little dangles off it if you wanted to. Oh, I don't know. I'm just yeah, trying to think here. So okay, now I want to show you a couple of different ideas here. Now that this has been patinaed, so that's what that one will look like. Now see, that one's longer, so that's what I mean. You could make it shorter if you wanted to. If you put him on a necklace, you could have a short one, and then further up you could have a long one. So it doesn't matter. You can, you know, do whatever you want, but it looks really nice when it's patinaed. And then this one here, I made it so that the loops were bigger, so that if you wanted to attach beads, you could attach beads into that, which I'll show you here, which I did here. So I just attached some, what are these ones? Terahertz or something beads, they're called, something like that. Little black crystals beads, so you could do something like that if you wanted to. This one here is a 3-wire. So if you wanted to do it in 3 wires, which gives you a bulkier, chunkier look again. Yeah, this one I made them a little bit more squat. So just to give you an idea of different things that you can do. That one's the same as the one I just did, pretty much. I think I did that, yeah. I did this in a bit tighter, pulled it in even tighter again. And then also too, I fiddled around with them to make hoop earrings. So I I think they would look really nice if you did them in the tight weave as well. That would look absolutely beautiful. But I did these ones a little bit wider so that you could add beads if you wanted to give you a little bit more surface. So I just, with this one, I just used some turquoise Picasso 80C beads and just added those in all the way around there. So you could do that with them, have it plain like that, as I said, or again, if you want to do an earring, do a tighter one if you did, you know, didn't want to add any beads to it, just you wanted just the metal on its own. I'm still trying to think up different things that you can do with this. If I come up with something I think that you might enjoy, I'll do that in a future video. That's all I can think of at the moment. So yeah, don't forget, I will post and I'll also send out a post as well to remind you all about the live coming up towards the end of the week. I'm thinking Thursday or Friday, something like that, maybe, or even Saturday. Yeah, it just depends. So keep your eye out for that. And if you'd like to come along and join in, I'd love to have you there. I'd love to see you all. And I always know that there's something else that I wanted to say and I can never think of it. And sometimes there's nothing. And sometimes I think, oh, that's what it was, what I wanted to say. But anyway, I can't think of anything right now, guys. So, yeah, just hit the like button. That's another thing, if you wouldn't mind doing that for me. That really helps me out. And I'll catch you all at the live. Let's see if you turn up. Otherwise, I'll see you in the following week's video. All right, guys, have a good one. Take care, and thanks for watching. All right, guys, bye.